Hello everyone. In today's session we are going to pick from where we left in our third practical on the CSS, but today we are going to specialize on the form. You can see there is no any form that we have created for the login in this our basic website for the student, so we are going to concentrate on that. So with me I can launch my notepad, then I go to the new, and then I can save this one as I go to the website where we have created, and then we can call this file to be the reg or the registration dot html, and then we can save it, and there we have the registration dot html. So with me I need to have it with the same body that I had in my initial HTML, so I don't need to write this again. So I can just copy this to save time up to there, and then I copy it, and then I can paste it here, and then I can paste it there. And then what I need to change here is the title for our website now, so that we can call it registration form, registration. So we just need to call it registration form that way, and then from there I can save it. And maybe if I comes to my website here, you can see reg is here, so I can right click it and open it with the Chrome, Google Chrome, and there you can see there is nothing that is displayed, so we need to add the body. So to add the body we can just come here, and then from there we can just add this. So we need to add the body tag, so we can have this the body here, and then we can have the crossing tag of it. We can have it being crossed that way, so we have the body there, the body that, and then we can close it. I can terminate it that way. And then what we need else, we have the HTML tab. We can close it also. We can close our HTML tab there. Also we have the HTML that way. And with me there now I have my full structure, or how the structure of these need to look like. So I can save it, and then still if I refresh here there is nothing that can be outputted because I have not added anything to be displayed. So I need to add the first tag that I need to be displayed to the word, and here I can have this one being maybe my h1. I can have the h1 there, h1, and then maybe I can copy paste this and then paste it there, and then I can terminate it like that. And then here I can give it a style. I can give an attribute of the style, see a bit of the inline style, or what we call the inline CSS. And here I can say that my text, I can text the line, and then I can give the value to be the center that way. And then what I need to be aligned to the center, I can say it is the registration form, registration form here, registration, maybe form, registration form that way. And then maybe I can come here and save it, and if I refresh here I have that the registration form now at the middle there. So the first data that I need to have done here, I can put the first data here below here, and in this form I need to have the table. I'm creating the form, so here I'll have the form. And remember, I told this is not an empty tag, so we need to cross it to have a crossing tag for it. We can paste it there again, and then we put the backslash, and there we have our full formed tag. And then here I can have my table. Let me put it in on a table. So I have the table that way. So here I'll grab the table. Remember, the table has rows and columns, and then I can paste these, copy, and then I can paste it here, and then I can slash there. And then remember, here there is nothing that I have added, there is no any attribute that I've added to the form. If I had the backend of this website or the database, I could have added the action, which will be the posting, or the method of it will be the post or get the data from the data. If I'm using the maybe the PHP to get the data. So for now I don't have, I leave it the way it is. And then here now what I need to add now is the table, is the data that is for the table. So here the first thing that I can have the table row. I can have the table row, just have table row that way, and then I can close it. I can copy it and then close it there, and then I can paste it that way. And then inside that table row I need to have the data, that is the table data for it. So here I'll have this td that way, and then here I'll have this being, I'll close it that way. Sorry, I'll have close it that way. I'll have the td that way. And then from here now I can put my first data here, so I need this one to be the username. And then from the username, so now remember I can save this and display here. So you can see already I have the username there. So in the same row I need to have the placeholder here for this. So here I'll have this, there is already have done it, so I'll just come and pick here. So I have this, which was the first name here, so I'll just come and copy this, just copy. Then from there I can just come here, go to save time, and then paste it here. So but for this, the input type, the first input type here for the username is it is the text, not the password. So you can have the text there, and then from the text here the placeholder of it is what? The placeholder is the username. That way. So that is how we can add different field that we need to correct in this our table. And when I wrote like that, you can see now I can be able to come here and have these correct the name the way I want it to be. So the next thing I need to add is the password. So I can just come here and pick the password that I have already done here. So I can just pick it from here all the way to that, just copy, and then from here I can have it. So this was the server row, and then this. So I can just give a space here, and then I can have it there. I can have it pasted there. So when I paste these, you can see that here I have the second data. Then in that data I want to capture the password, and then the password type, all that, and then maybe I can save this, and then after saving these I can just reload it, and there I have the password table. And the next thing that I can capture maybe is the email for this person. So I just need to open where I have captured my mail. It's here. So I just add the same way. So I can just pick this, my email, that I copy it, and then here I can maybe give this, and then here you will realize that my first input type is the text, and then my second input type is the password, and then here I can paste this, and then here this is my other input type here that I have, which is the mail, the second input type here, which is the mail, and then I can save it, and then I can come here and refresh. So you can see now I can be able to capture the mail, I can be able to capture that, and then let us have the other input that we can capture. Maybe is the gender for this person, and to capture the gender I can just pick here the gender that I have here, the same way we have worked out on the first one, and then from there maybe I can come and take this, and then I have my gender here, my gender. So I can just paste it there to save time. So here you can see my input, the other input type that I'm using here is the radio, which I'm giving the name of the gender, and then the male and the female. Then I can save, and then maybe I can come here and refresh. So here I can pick either. You cannot take both of them, but you can either pick one of them. And then from there, maybe we can have the date of birth. And under the date of birth, I had earlier done it. So I can just pick the date of birth here to be this, to save time so that the video cannot be so long. I just copy that, and then I can go to my range, and then maybe I can be able to paste it in. And then here, remember the input type is the date. Whenever you give the input type as the date, remember you can be able to pick the calendar direct from the browser. So for example, if I save it and refresh here, I have this display that, so I can just click on the calendar, and then from here I can be able to pick any day. So like that is that day of 2000 and that. And then maybe the next thing that I can add on it is maybe the qualification. And maybe the qualification, we just start with the table row, table data, and then we can pick this to be our qualification. Maybe we have this. I had put a selector to it. And maybe, for example, if I come here and work on it here, So if I paste that, so here you can see I have the table data, a table. In that table data I want to have the education qualification, and then I can have the KCSE grade, the certificate, diploma, degree, or the master, and then I can save it. So here I can save it. So here I can save it this. So for example, here what I don't have, I can have terminated this table that way. I can terminate that to be TD. So I have already terminated this, and then the next thing that I need to terminate here, here I need to have the THAN table Latu, and then let's save it and then try to refresh. We refresh it here. So there we have that. We can be able to pick from here any kind of the information that we want. And then the next thing that we can need, we can give the hobbies. Let us give the hobbies, and so I can give my hobbies here. I have already done it, so to save time, so that the video cannot be so long, I can just pick that there, and then maybe I can save it, and then maybe try to refresh it. And there we have the hobbies also. We have the hobbies also there. And then the next thing that we need to have to include, maybe here we can take the handrest. It is the handrest, and here I can take my handrest from here. The handrest, and take these handrests. You can take these handrests up to here, and then maybe we can so remember here we are using the text area because we can have the handrest taking more than one line in when we are capturing this data. So we can save it and maybe refresh, and there we have it. We can give a bit of our handrests from there. So then the next thing that we need to have is we can submit our data and reset our data. So, and with that I have captured the last thing here. So we can just pick it and then we can have it here. And then we can save it, and then maybe for example we can try to refresh here, and there we have our data that we can be able to submit it to the backend or to the server, and also we can reset if we are not satisfied with what we have here to this our data. Maybe for example I had Maurice, maybe for example if I reset, it automatically labs whatever I had done that, and then I can be able to submit on that. And remember this one, when it comes to the main here, and if I click here, you can see it gives me the wrong one. So what I need to do is just to come here to the main index where I had created this, and then where I had saved about the registration form, I remember ours is called the reach, so I can just cancel all that. And then I can save it. So remember, this is the link, and if I comes here now, go back, refresh, and go, I can be able to link the two pages that I have already created on that website. So meaning that if I am in home tab here, and then if I find the challenges to not click on this guide, if I click there, it takes me direct to this form of login, and then I can be able to register. So stick on this channel, stay tuned, and in the next episode we are going to do more on tables and tabs and these rings. So if you found this video of importance to you, please consider subscribing, like, comment, so that it can reach more to have the same knowledge. And the more you do this, the more you sustain this channel. Thank you.